You are welcome to Invent FS booth. We welcome everyone to our lecture on chart patterns. So today's lecture is going to be based on the chart patterns. Chart patterns. This is Invent FX booth, where we train people to become a profitable trader. So I want you to follow me gently, listen to me very, very well so that you can get it accurately. How to identify chart patterns and what are the criteria, what are the things you need to check for to make sure that this is a chart pattern and not otherwise. There are so many things that can look like a chart patterns, but they are not chart patterns. They may mislead you, and you know what that one can lead to. It can lead to great losses, and it can destroy your capital in the foreign exchange market. So I'm going to check on the chart patterns today, and we're going to look at one of the chart patterns, which is one of the best. It might not be the best, but at least it's going to take, at least with the chart formed, you can be sure of 70% of perfections. So this morning we are going to look at broadening bottoms. Broadening bottoms. So we're going to look at what are the broadening bottoms. I will show you the picture and I will show you how to identify them. When you see them, what are the steps you should take before you take your trade. Let me first of all just give you a preview of what you're going to learn in this episode. I call it episode 1 of the chart patterns. And number 1 that we're going to consider of the chart pattern is the broadening bottom. Here we're going to consider the price trend is down in nature, leading to formation. Broadening bottom is downward in nature, leading to formation. And also is megaphone appearance with higher highs and lower lows that widen over time. So when you have seen a megaphone before, you see that megaphone looks like round in the bottom. It has a two trend lines. So we call it with higher high and lower low that widen over time. So let's go further. So broadening bottom is something you need to make sure that you catch on very well, so that when you see them, it will be very easy for you to identify and to know if it is genuine broadening bottom. We have so many broadening bottom, we have so many chart patterns in the chart, in the price actions. So if you don't know it very well, you may get yourself into trouble by maybe setting trade against them. So this broadening bottom is a reversal or continuation pattern. It may lead to reversal, it may at the same time be a continuation pattern, but its short time is bullish in reversal. So what do we mean? This broadening bottom, it has its own performance grade range. Like take for example, it performs better when the breakout is near the yearly low. Then also you should consider that top patterns perform better than short ones. When you see tall patterns of broadening bottom, you should be confident that it's going to perform better than short ones. But pattern both tall and narrow outperformed the short one. So you should, when you are looking for short broadening bottoms, you should be looking for one that is both and narrow. So those are the criteria you should have in your mind when you are going for broadening bottom. You may be wondering what differentiates a broadening bottom from broadening top, because we have broadening bottom and broadening top. But in this episode, we are going to consider broadening bottom. A broadening bottom has a price trend leading down to the start of the formation. Meanwhile, a broadening top has price trending up. I want you to check it very well. See how I'll draw it. I'll also try and make sure that I see it in the chart, in the trade here. I'll watch for the trade that form the broadening bottom so that you will know how it looks like. Broadening bottom and the broadening top. Broadening bottom has a price trend leading down to the start of the formation. Price trend. I don't mean trend line. I mean price trend. Yes, price trend, not price line, not trend line. I mean price trend. Why a broadening top has a price trending up? I believe you get it right. As I earlier mentioned, that I'm going to show you how you can identify broadening bottom. A broadening bottom can easily be identified as a declining price trend beside the broadening bottom. You discover that the price is low before the broadening bottom starts forming. The presiding the price will decline before the broadening bottom begin to form. So I'll show you here. It will go down to a minimum, then it start coming up gradually. A bottom should appear at the end of the downtrend, not when the price are climbing to the bottom. It has to be at the bottom. It has to be at the end of the downtrend. I mean downtrend. We have uptrend, we have downtrend. This is uptrend, while this is the downtrend. So you should know the difference between the uptrend and downtrend. So a bottom should appear at the end of the downtrend, not when price are climbing to the moon. So I want you to watch very, very well and make sure you understand. You can watch over again and again and again to make sure that you get it right, so that you will have a good opportunity and take good opportunity of the market profit. Now let's go and consider some things, some criteria. Let me just say, let's consider price trend. The short-term price trend should be downward leading to the formation. Then let me talk about shape so that you get it very well. Let's talk about shape. Shape is megaphone shape with higher highs and lower lows. Then let's talk about trend lines. Trend line, price follow two trend lines. You know, the other time I was talking about this, I told you about price trend and trend line. There's difference between the price trend and trend lines. Price trend is a short-term price trend that leads to downward formation. While price line, trend line is lined. The top one slope up and the bottom one slope down. So trend line, price follow trend lines. The top one slope up and the bottom one slope down. So touches should have at least two minor highs and two minor lows, but not necessarily touches the line. Let me say it again. We're going to consider touches. Touches should have at least two minor highs and two minor lows. Then what about volume? The overall trend is usually upward, sometimes with U-shape. So when you talk about volume, you should check that it should be at least Overall should be around the trend is usually up or sometime with U-shape. Let me also consider breakout. A breakout occurs when price close above the formation high, that is upward breakout, or below the pattern slow downward breakout. So we're going to talk about breakout in the short period. So let's go again. Let me go again to show you or to explain to you how to identify the bottom, broadening bottom. We are going to see, check price trend, shape, trend line, touches, volume, and breakout. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this program, this my video, for others to benefit on how to take charge of your trade, forex market, profitably. I say it again. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, to like the video, and to share the video. Thank you very much. While we continue in our studies. So this picture is showing us how the broadening bottom looks like. We must have 4 touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 trend line, 1 up, the other one slope down. So always master this. Once you draw your 2 lines, when you draw your trend line, it shows you whether it's broadening bottom or not. Let me explain more. Shape. The shape of the formation is distinct. When you draw a trend line across the minor highs and another connecting the minor low, the formation looks like a megaphone. I'll say it again. When you draw a trend line across the minor highs and another connecting the minor lows, the formation looks like a megaphone. Let me show you the sample like this. Trend lines. The 2 trend lines drawn across the minor highs and lows are important. The top trend line should slope up. The bottom one should slope down. The diverging trend lines distinguish the broadening bottom from other types of formation, such as right angle broadening. We are going to consider right angle broadening again in our other episode. We're going to be having about 70 to 100 episodes. So make sure you check on my video every time to see which one has been dropped for your advantage. So let me say it again. Trend line drawn across the minor highs and lows are important. The top trend line should slope up, the bottom one should slope down. Trend line top trend line should slope up, while the bottom one should slope down. I hope you get it very well. So it is important that each trend line has a slope that is opposite the other. The 2 trend lines should have a slope that is opposite the other. So I want you to pay attention with this, my explanation more. Touches. A broadening bottom needs at least 2 minor highs and 2 minor lows to be a valid formation. Anything fewer means you are incorrect. Let me say it again. A broadening bottom needs at least 2 minor highs and 2 minor lows to be a valid formation. Anything fewer than means you are incorrect. I want to thank you for watching my video. For continuation, let me check my next video. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to my channel and share to other people to benefit in the foreign exchange market. Thank you.